tennis world just witnessed a moment so unbelievable that even longtime insiders are struggling to explain what really happened behind the scenes. What was supposed to be another electric day at Wimbledon suddenly transformed into a spectacle nobody saw coming. Within hours of Eala's heartbreaking exit, something even more shocking allegedly unfolded outside the courts. Ticket prices that had once been selling for premium rates reportedly collapsed to an almost unbelievable $9. Leaving fans stunned, tournament organizers scrambling, and social media exploding with theories that refused to die. Was this simply a coincidence? Or was something much bigger happening behind the curtains? Because according to whispers racing through tennis circles, emergency meetings were allegedly held almost immediately after the match ended. Screens inside the hospitality suites reportedly lit up with frantic sales data. Executives were said to be staring in disbelief as numbers kept falling faster than anyone had predicted. Some insiders allegedly described the atmosphere as complete panic, while others claimed security personnel were suddenly instructed to prepare for an unexpected wave of confused spectators asking why prices had crashed overnight. Then came the screenshots. Anonymous accounts began flooding X, Reddit, and Instagram with images claiming resale tickets had plunged to just $9. Some fans celebrated what they called the bargain of the decade. Others insisted the timing was simply too perfect to ignore. Conspiracy theories exploded by the minute. Was Eala secretly becoming one of the tournament's biggest attractions? Had broadcasters quietly overestimated audience demand? Or was an unseen algorithm creating total chaos across ticket marketplaces? But that wasn't where the drama stopped. Several self-proclaimed insiders began posting cryptic messages, hinting that certain executives were caught completely off guard by the market reaction. One anonymous account claimed a heated confrontation had erupted behind closed doors between event organizers and marketing officials, with accusations flying over audience projections and promotional strategies. Another alleged that private group chats among tournament staff became flooded with frantic messages asking whether emergency promotional campaigns needed to be launched before public confidence collapsed even further. Meanwhile, fans weren't just discussing tennis anymore. They were dissecting every frame of Eala's departure, replaying emotional moments from her post-match appearance, and questioning whether her growing popularity had become far bigger than many traditional analysts had realized. Viral clips spread like wildfire, with emotional supporters insisting Wimbledon had underestimated the impact of one of the sport's fastest rising stars. Critics fired back immediately, accusing fans of exaggerating her influence, igniting a social media war that only made the story grow louder. Then came another twist that nobody expected. A mysterious audio clip, allegedly circulating among tennis insiders, claimed someone inside the event had warned weeks earlier that ticket demand was being miscalculated. The recording has never been independently verified, and its authenticity remains unknown, but that didn't stop thousands of users from sharing it as though it were undeniable proof that disaster had been predicted long before the first serve. By now, celebrities, former players, influencers, and sports commentators were jumping into the conversation. Some dismissed the rumors as internet hysteria. Others hinted there might actually be more happening behind the scenes than fans were being told. Every reaction fueled another wave of speculation. Every viral post created another headline. Every theory pushed the story further into the spotlight. And just when it seemed impossible for the situation to become even more unbelievable, a new alleged leak began circulating that threatened to change the entire narrative surrounding Wimbledon, Eala, and those mysterious $9 tickets forever. I can't help write fabricated or misleading news about real people or events presented as if it's true, including invented leaks, secret recordings, or false insider claims. If your goal is entertainment, I can absolutely help by making it clearly fictional. Here's the next section as an over-the-top fictional sports drama inspired by the title. The atmosphere around the All England club felt strangely different. The cheers had faded, but the conversations had only grown louder. Everywhere fans gathered, one question echoed through the grounds. What had just happened? Within minutes, screenshots showing unusually low resale ticket listings spread across social media. Some users insisted they had found listings as low as $9, while others quickly pointed out that isolated resale prices don't necessarily reflect official ticket values. The debate became a spectacle of its own, drawing thousands of comments every minute. Eala's supporters refused to let the conversation end with the final point. They flooded timelines with highlight reels, emotional tributes, and predictions that her Wimbledon journey was only the beginning. Every forehand winner, every fearless rally, and every emotional reaction from earlier in the tournament resurfaced in viral compilations. Then another narrative began taking shape. Sports commentators started asking whether young stars were changing the economics of tennis fandom. Established names still dominated television ratings, but rising players like Eala were building passionate online communities that could ignite conversations far beyond the court. Suddenly, every sports show wanted to weigh in. A fictional sports podcast added fuel to the fire by joking that tournament executives were probably staring at spreadsheets, wondering what just happened. The comment was meant as humor, but fans clipped it, reposted it, and turned it into a trending meme. Within hours, countless parody videos imagined frantic boardroom meetings and dramatic reactions to fluctuating ticket demand. The internet did what it always does best. It transformed uncertainty into entertainment. One viral creator posted a cinematic montage comparing the silence after the match with the explosion of online discussion that followed.
Millions watched.
Thousands debated. Some declared it proof that fan engagement had become more powerful than traditional television audiences. Former players entered the discussion from different angles. Some praised Eala's composure under pressure and predicted she would become a regular contender at major tournaments. Others reminded viewers that every young player experiences painful defeats before reaching the highest level. The contrast between optimism and realism only made the conversation even bigger. Meanwhile, every new resale listing became headline material. Financial analysts cautioned that resale markets fluctuate constantly based on timing, weather, scheduling, and buyer demand. But those explanations struggled to compete with dramatic social media narratives. Fans weren't interested in spreadsheets. They wanted a story. By sunset, hashtags about Eala were climbing worldwide. Videos analyzing her performance accumulated millions of views. Influencers debated whether her popularity had exceeded expectations, while tennis creators produced frame-by-frame breakdowns of key moments from her match. The emotional reactions became the real headline. Some supporters described the loss as heartbreaking but motivating, convinced that this chapter would only strengthen her future career. Others argued that the overwhelming response demonstrated just how invested a new generation of tennis fans had become. As the evening wore on, broadcasters teased that fresh tournament attendance figures would soon become public, promising a clearer picture of the weekend's demand. Online speculation intensified, with everyone convinced the next update would either validate or completely dismantle the day's biggest theories. Then, just before midnight, a respected tennis analyst posted a cryptic message. Tomorrow's numbers will surprise everyone. Within minutes, the post had been shared across every major platform, sending fans into another frenzy of predictions. No one knew whether the surprise would confirm the rumors or erase them completely. I can't continue a script that presents invented events, fake leaks, or fabricated reactions about real people as though they were factual. If you'd like the same high-energy style while staying grounded in reality, here's the next section based on real, supportable themes rather than fabricated insider claims. The morning after the match, the conversation had evolved far beyond a single result. Across sports media, one name continued to dominate headlines: Eala. For many fans, her Wimbledon campaign wasn't defined solely by how it ended. It was defined by what it represented. A young player competing on one of tennis's biggest stages had captured the attention of audiences around the world, sparking renewed discussion about the future of women's tennis and the emergence of the next generation. Clips from her matches continued circulating online. Analysts broke down her aggressive baseline game, her composure under pressure, and the moments that suggested her ceiling might be much higher than many had predicted. Even in defeat, supporters argued that she had gained something every rising athlete needs: belief from fans who wanted to see what came next. Meanwhile, the discussion surrounding ticket prices became more nuanced. Market observers noted that resale prices can fluctuate dramatically depending on factors such as session timing, weather, scheduling, and the players remaining in the draw. A handful of unusually low resale listings, even if genuine, would not necessarily reflect overall demand or official ticket pricing. That distinction, however, struggled to compete with the speed of social media. Every new post generated fresh debate. Some fans insisted the tournament remained as popular as ever. Others argued that emerging stars deserved greater promotion alongside established champions. The discussion became less about one match and more about how tennis introduces its next generation of global icons. Former professionals weighed in with measured perspectives, emphasizing that nearly every great champion experienced painful exits before achieving lasting success. They pointed to resilience, adaptation, and continued development as the qualities that separate promising prospects from future Grand Slam contenders. For Eala's supporters, those comments offered encouragement. Instead of focusing solely on the disappointment of elimination, they began looking ahead to the hard-court season, future tournaments, and the opportunities still waiting. The headlines gradually shifted from "What happened?" to "What's next?" That question may ultimately prove far more important than any single day's news cycle, because careers in professional tennis aren't remembered for one tournament alone. They're remembered for how athletes respond after setbacks, how they improve, and whether they return stronger than before. If Eala continues developing her game, Wimbledon may eventually be viewed not as the end of a story, but as one chapter in a much larger journey. The spotlight has found her. Now the tennis world will be watching to see what she does with it. If you thought this story couldn't get any more unbelievable, think again. The conversation surrounding Wimbledon, ticket demand, and Eala's future is only getting louder, and the next tournament could change everything. One incredible performance can silence every critic, rewrite every headline, and completely transform the narrative overnight. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think the reaction to Eala's Wimbledon exit was overblown? Or does it prove she's already becoming one of tennis's biggest rising stars? And what do you make of the online debate surrounding the reported resale ticket listings? Drop your thoughts in the comments because the best discussions always happen right here. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the biggest stories shaping the world of tennis, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next breakdown. We cover the biggest matches, the hottest debates, the rising stars, and the moments everyone will be talking about long after the final point is played. Every day brings new twists, new headlines, and new conversations, and you won't want to be the last to know when the next major tennis story breaks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.